Hello, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel for more Zeeworld update and please like my video. The last update about Once There Was a King was how Grandma shot gun at Gayatri and Rajeshwari also tried to kill Gayatri. Let's continue. Rajeshwari comes downstairs ready for dinner. She was shocked that the king was dressed in a colorful cloth and she asks what is he wearing. He asks if he should change it if she doesn't like it. Rajeshwari says that he looks good in any dress. Savitri brings flower for him. Rajeshwari gets sneezing from them. Rajeshwari says that she is allergic to these flowers. The king apologizes. Savitri smiles and says that she knew about it and the king takes Rajeshwari for dinner. Savitri says now the king will not be able to come near her. The king and Rajeshwari sat for dinner. The king asks that how does she feel now. She says that she is better and she pours him coffee while she takes juice for herself. She asks how he thought about the dinner with her. The king says that with Savitri's effort, she made him realize that he took some vows at the time of the wedding. Rajeshwari thinks that if fate is with them, then she will recall him the third vow as well. The king asks what does she likes, book and which one. She says that she doesn't like books. He asks music. She says she loves dancing. The king was disappointed and says that their likes or dislikes doesn't match. She suggested that she loves traveling. The king says that Grandma also told him that he has traveled the whole world. And where did she travel to? She takes some traditional names. Savitri and Grandma heard this and enjoyed. Savitri brings in soup. The king serves spinach soup for her while he eats tomato soup. The spinach leaf stuck in Rajeshwari's teeth. The king thinks that it was a mistake deciding to spend time with Rajeshwari. The king offers her to come and join them. Grandma says that she came to bless them both. She is happy to see them together. Rajeshwari wonders what she is doing there. She must go away. Grandma goes to get a bottle of expensive wine for the king that his grandfather loved. She nods at Rajeshwari and leaves. Grandma thinks that Rajeshwari won't be able to stop herself from the wine. The king will be angry at her and the drama will soon end. Rajeshwari was getting restless watching the wine. The king takes a leaf from the table. Rajeshwari smells the wine and makes some in a juice glass. Savitri watches her drinking while the king couldn't be seen on the seat. She comes to the king in the corridor. The king asks if the food is ready. She must serve it soon. Savitri asks why is he in such a hurry. The king says that everything is fine, but there is something missing. Rajeshwari is his wife and he is trying to reconnect to her. There isn't that magic between them and it seems that they never had any relationship between them and he asks her to serve the food. Gayatri says that whatever Rajeshwari does, she won't be able to break the magic of her love. The king comes to the table and wonders where Rajeshwari went to. Rajeshwari plays the music and dances over it. The king takes her hand. Gayatri was upset watching them dancing together. She calls the king's name. He gets it at once and asks if she is drunk. She says not at all. Then she feels nauseatic at once. The king owes her up. He says she did not only drink wine but also lied to him. He laughs watching her fearful face. He asks what is the big deal about drinking. In their country, when men can drink, any women can drink too. She must not have lied to him. Rajeshwari apologized. Savitri thinks that Rajeshwari has always lied to him. The king says that he thought that he would give it to her after dinner, but maybe her smile will return watching it now. He gives her a bracelet and ties it around her arm. The king says that it is a new beginning and he doesn't remember about his past. Gayatri remembers saying the same word to her as well. He says it seems that he has said it earlier as well. He turns to see Savitri leaving the dinner. The king wonders what has happened to her. Rajeshwari thinks that she has failed. Grandma asks Savitri if she is fine. She tells Savitri that she has turned out to be the king's biggest support in a few days and he needs her for lifetime. But a servant never stays together always. A life partner does. Savitri says that she is clueless on what Grandma wants to say. Grandma says that she can see what is in her mind when she sees the king. Savitri says that she doesn't dream high. Grandma asks her to dream so that they come true. She knows only Savitri can take care of the king and she must at least try. And she assures her of assistance for the king's happiness and he trusts Savitri more than his wife. Savitri says that Grandma has a misunderstanding. The king is like a god for him and one has a relationship of respect with gods and not of love. Grandma says even gods loved, he has bent towards her. Rajeshwari watches them together. Grandma says that this family, her daughter-in-law Premvada needs her. Savitri was thoughtful. Grandma eyes her while Rajeshwari wonders what are they both cooking. Savitri wonders what has happened to Grandma, if it is something else. Grandma tells the family about the celebration of a festival. She says in this puja, all the men are considered equal, be it a princess or a maid. Everyone will celebrate it. The prince says that his son has died a few days ago. Grandma says that life doesn't stop if any single person lives. The king allows the festival and asks her to order anything required. Grandma thinks that Gayatri has brought the twist in the story and she will now play the game on. Blackens stops the prince in the corridor and asks about Swarna. The prince says that he is not worthy questioning him, but Blackens warns the prince before leaving. Savitri prepares the rangoli and Grandma comes to her with a sword in her hand and she drags her away aside. Grandma tells Savitri that there will be a ritual tomorrow. The ladies who will fast must participate in a competition. All the ladies would attack coconut with a sword. The lady who breaks the coconut first in a single go, her wish will be fulfilled. Savitri asks why she is telling her about it. Grandma says that she wants her to take part in this. Savitri says that she is a maid here and she isn't even a Rajputani. Grandma says it is not by birth, but her act shows this, and she believes every lady is a Durga who sacrifices for her family and love. She is rightful of taking part in this competition. She had already announced that no woman is different in this festival. Savitri holds the sword. Grandma asks if she held this arm for the first time or has held it before as well. Savitri was afraid at once, recalling how she had shot the king. Her body shivers. Grandma says sometimes an arm even eats one's own. She asks Savitri to practice. Savitri tries twice, but the coconut doesn't break. Grandma shows her and breaks the coconut in the first go. She asks her to try it again. Savitri gives up, saying that she cannot do this. Grandma says a talent is always taunt, and she knows that she can teach her. Savitri says that Grandma is helping her. Still, why she feels so odd. Rajeshwari wonders where Grandma is taking Savitri to. Outside, Grandma asks the king to teach Savitri to work with sword. The king sends men for coconut. He asks Savitri if she has held the sword before. He assures her to trust on her. She remembers that she has said it before as well. He stops her hand and asks her to keep an eye on her goal, not to shut her eyes. He comes just behind her to hold her hand. Rajeshwari curtly watches this. The king tells Gayatri that the whole body's energy has to be in the stroke of sword. He shows her how to work with it. Grandma goes to check some other arrangement. The king asks Savitri to concentrate. She wonders how she will be able to do this. The king asks what? She argues like Savitri. She makes a stroke and breaks the coconut. The both of them laugh. The king takes the sword and Savitri leaves. Rajeshwari thinks that Grandma is playing some game with her. She won't let Grandma win this time. The next day after puja, the priest instructs the ladies to break the coconut. Kokila cannot break the coconut. It is Savitri's turn. She looks at the king, who gives her a thumbs up. She prays for energy. She takes the sword and breaks the coconut in the first go. The king cheers and laughs and claps. Grandma appreciates Savitri and asks her to serve it. Rajeshwari calls her to stop. She says the competition hasn't ended. Grandma says Rajeshwari doesn't know how to work with sword. Rajeshwari says that she has played with the sword during childhood, and if she will get a chance. The king says sure. Rajeshwari looks at the sword, then Gayatri, then the coconut breaks open in the first attempt. Rajeshwari asks the priest to serve her coconut. She is the princess and she must get a chance as privilege. Grandma stops the priest and she says that Rajeshwari cannot serve Devi Ma. She worked with the sword well, but disrespected the puja by calling for privilege. In this puja, everyone is equal. She was shocked at once and watches the coconut broken by Rajeshwari. It was rotten. She recalls feeling it with color from inside herself. The priest announced that Rajeshwari's coconut has been rejected by the goddess. Savitri says to Rajeshwari that she told Rajeshwari that her inside was even darker than Savitri's face. Grandma calls the king ahead. Rajeshwari stops to watch it curtly. Thank you for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates and like my video and share it. Thank you.